This is RSKsys Intl for risk on the morning of October 25th. We have gone long off of this low on the premium. Now you notice the divergence in here. We stepped down to this low, and then we started stepping up again. 667 on this low pivot right in here. Nice divergence. That's a very respectable. And in conjunction with that, what was very compelling about the potential value of taking a long trade is the fact that the INX came down to 2143, and that was a low value area. Now we've got another low value area here on the YM at 78. We dropped to 83, so we're just within a few ticks of that low. There's no radar there on the ES, but the premium was divergent there, and now we're just watching to see whether or not we might get enough buying going on here. But keep in mind that 70, let's go back to that number 78 on the YM, so we could continue to drop down and maybe gain a little bit more support there. So we'll have to watch the premium very closely in at this price. Now, looks like she's going to continue to drop. All right, there we had it, 1878. So that didn't really require much on the ES. 1878, and you see it right there. So we've taken a bounce there. Very nice. And an opportunity for some buying now. Now look at the premium. All right, at this low, premium was at 667. Now at that pivot, 663. That's the kind of divergence that we like to see. And even the ticky, look at how the lows on the ticky at the pivot point 16, 14 began to move down up to 6 now. That's good buying. And we had also, let's see here. Yeah, it looks like we stepped up from 85 to 84 on the YM at that pivot. And so that too is respectable, and now we're moving up once again. But the difficulty that we're going to have is just to move through here. But now that we've got a little bit more volume, that should be possible, because as you move up to 94 here, and that's only worth about a half a point. Yeah, if we could get up to, say, 96, 97, we might be able to get into the 39 area there. So we'll just have to see how the buying goes here at this low. That's good. Now the IB calculation was also helpful here. We didn't talk about the short this morning, but as we came down to this projection on the initial balance, you'll notice we dropped a little bit lower than that, on the ES, right into it, just again slightly lower on the YM. It was right into it, however, on the INVU, very close on the INX and on the VIX almost to the second level. So that is also somewhat green, and we ought to be able to get something, a nice profit on this long. Not really sure that's going to last very long, and critical now is for us to get through this area of low volume. So we're going to just watch that. We're going to let the video continue because we are long, and we've had there's nice profits off of this at the moment, but got to watch the premium here. So I would expect to move back down to 37.25 just for the sake of getting some more buying. Nice step up on the premium. Still going higher. That should move the highs higher. So this becomes significant. We've got to watch these highs now because we're coming down. We're coming down here and we're coming down there. I think we'll take a little money off the table here. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. That can shoot up, but okay, all right. See how the highs of the premium, they've just not made it, not squeaking higher. And when that happens, you've got to be prepared to react. All right? We've had a drop there. So if you haven't already seen fit to tighten the stop, or as I mentioned, take a little money off the table here, because again, this is easily profit. You can get back into a long trade, but then you miss all of that profit. So it's good to be prudent in here. Now, we've got a nice move up on the ticky. That's good, and also on the YM. That's also good. But the ES has failed in this case, and you can see we're coming right up against this low value area on the YM, and that too is significant. And now we're getting divergence on the YM premium. So I think we'll just put a protective. We'll put a protective stop in. I'm not going to trail that. Now you might say, well, where'd you put that? Right here at that pivot, okay? At that pivot, which is at 37.75. And then if we get some other pivots, we're going to move that up. Oh, YM is really beginning to drop. Look at the YM premium. Okay, it's doing what we kind of talked about previously. It starts to mess around right in this area, dropping and moving up higher, and then dropping and moving up higher, and just building the profile, a market profile in here, and then finally it'll shoot up again. But right now, 39.25 needs attention. So we've got to get some buyers to move this thing up and see if it can't get past that 39.25 area of very low volume. Okay. Now, in all fairness, with these pivots right in here at 38.50, I've moved up my protective stop to 38.25. And I'm willing to go ahead and move back into a long trade if it tanks below that. But I've got to stop there at 38.25, just below that level. Target, of course, is this descending low value area, and we've got to move above that on the YM, and you can see as this level dropped, that's what we see happening on the YM. As long as the lows are moving higher, the highs should begin to move higher too on the premium. At the moment, they have not done so. What you see here on the YM is really what we expect to occur in a situation where the market is moving higher. Higher lows and higher highs. But 25 is the problem. And you can see that. It's right there. Now, as soon as that begins to break up there, it'll move back down, move back up a little, and then we ought to be able to get this thing really moving up. But even the premium there, as you can see, we're not getting higher than 608. We gotta get above. Looks like gotta get above 6. Sustain to move this higher. I'm going to let myself get stopped out at 38.50, take some profits, and then if we get a little lower than that, we'll move back in. Or we'll just watch the premium. to see where we ought to be trying to get back in. Okay, that's good. You see, we've been hitting the same price, $39.25. Now look at where the premium was. It was at 608. Again, 608. And now we've moved a little higher. We've moved above that level. And that's good. That's positive. There you go. There you go. Okay. Okay. Push that up a little higher. Didn't get stopped out at 38.50. Now we did. That's okay. We'll get back in. Now notice 38.50 here on the premium, 6.55, and move to 6.53. And then we just hit 6.59. We've got to get above that. Okay, it's looking better. Okay, we'll come back in a minute. All right. Now this is a bit more troublesome because it's right to 39.25. If we're going to push beyond that, this premium's going to take off a bit. That's good. That's good. The ticky and the premium are cooperating. YM is not. YM is not. So I'm going to take little profits off the table. I really, this is so typical of a place where the market is liable to move down that I'm going to go ahead and try to exit and see if we can get some fill at 50. I better move that down. Protect. So we put in a protective stop right at 38.50. Right. And, oh, yeah, I should say a protective stop at 38.50, but a limit order to get out at 39.25, and we got a little bit, not enough though. So I'm not real happy with this. Right, I'm just going to move this up and get out. Can't move. We're already out. Okay. Okay, well, we got something out of it. Now, we had taken profits originally up here. We got in again here. But there was very little room to go anywhere with that. So, in any case, you could see the logic behind taking that long trade. And now we're coming back down. We jumped into a short as well, but just with one contract, one little bitty contract. Okay, so that pretty well gives you the picture of how we're reading the premium. It's nice to have the thresholds up here. We've adjusted our workspace just a little bit the size of the plots was a bit problematic. The chart was getting a little too busy, so we abbreviated the threshold references to just 2 letters. Ah, very nice. Okay, so we made money on that a little short. Because what's really important is to be able to read where the premium actually is. So we've just reduced the font size as well and changed over to a 2-letter nomenclature. Also, we've got the ticky as well as the YM all on the same chart, and that really helps. Really helps to get a real clear picture of what's going on. So that's our video for this morning. If you're interested in pursuing what really is the best indicator out there, you're looking at it. It's no lag. But as long as we're taking time on this video, let's just talk about one other thing that we're doing, just as a bit of an experiment. Pull over the chart. Second thought, however, no, we're going to conclude this video and we're going to post another one. Look for another video today on a revised chart that we've created to give us a little bit more context to the trend. So that concludes this video. Come ask for a demo on our new indicator, the premium threshold indicator.